Hello and welcome to Portland Papers Legacy Thursdays here at Portland Game Store. My name is Curran Delahanty and I'm joined by...
Robert Riley.
And we do have a round one here for you. Let's bring that in. All right, Tim Stone versus Sean O'Connor, Grixis Control versus Elves. And yes, that's my copy of Elves.
I knew it.
And
Looks like
they're
he
coming
wants
back
permission to
ask
start the
me
game.
to start, and they're good.
Are we live?
Yeah, you're good. Close the door.
All right.
And it begins.
These are some decks that have been around for a while.
All right, so Tim's on the play here.
What are we keeping?
I believe this card's free. I'm gonna do that. Fiver?
There's Elves' newest and fanciest edition.
Once upon a time.
I'm gonna
It's
let
a really
you.
good card.
I'm gonna let you handle the talking about Elves because you know far more about it than me.
So, yeah, getting a creature or a land for free is pretty good. It makes some hands super keepable that didn't used to be keepable. I don't know if Sean kept an example of one of those hands, but picking up that Nell Sentinel is pretty sweet. And it looks like we're going to deploy it. I see a Green Sun in hand, and I'm wondering if that was the right play. Generally, I go with the turn one acceleration, but
I would assume Sean has some kind of plan. Tim appears to just be doing the Grixis thing of drawing a lot of cards and finding some answers.
yeah, turn two Brainstorm with a fetch land up, pretty classic.
You know, watching this match is like putting on a comfy sweater. It's really familiar.
Right? Absolutely.
Getting some chatter. I don't know if our listeners can hear.
No, I don't. They can't hear the players at home, but
That's probably for the best.
yeah, they're making some jokes and swearing and stuff, and they're wondering if they can be heard. They can be heard by us, but not you at home. I don't believe. Another cantrip from Tim on this turn two here. It's a ponder, and he's shuffling that as well.
Tim's really going through the
And
entire
passing the
expanding
turn.
brain meme over on his side of the table, hoping to find the hottest take that will eventually defeat these elves.
Absolutely. All right, Nell Sentinel's in there, and oh, they're on the opposite side of each other. There we go.
All right, looks like we are very much off to the races with elves.
Wow. So yeah, the double Sentinel play is huge, and this is why I haven't dropped Nettle Sentinel from the list as other Elves players have.
Wait, people are dropping Nettle Sentinel? Have they
Yours are not
seen
currently?
this? Have they seen what happens?
Yeah. I mean, Nettle Sentinel is definitely easy mode.
I just don't know why I'd play a deck and not play it in easy mode. When I
Glad
could.
to hear your ears are not currently bleeding and you cannot hear the players. That's good. That's what we need.
They're both what we're looking for. The ear-searing streams of yesteryear are no longer available.
Yeah. The biggest thing is I set their stream deck up backwards out there, and so they have opposite lives, which I need to fix as we go. But right now it is current. Tim is at 17 and Sean is at 20.
We'll just be very careful about our math here.
So that's a force of will from Tim.
Looks like the mana adventure of the century has ended for Sean for the moment.
Okay, can you go tell Tim that I'll just handle the stream deck really quick?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I was just like, okay.
Okay, cool. They got the information, and we can move on.
All right, I'm back. What I miss?
Not much. Tim just made a third land drop and passed a turn here.
I heard there was a weird guy who showed up on stream.
A weird guy.
Some weird guy pointing at things.
Some guy. Yeah. So Sean has a ton of like I win spells here. I see a Crater Hoof. I see a Natural Order. So he just has to bait Tim here, and like have enough to cast the backup. Ooh.
Oh, I like that. I like that play a lot.
I would have tapped the Nettle Sentinels and the Heritage Druid. The Nettle Sentinels would have untapped to the green
That's
sun.
true.
So now mana has to be floated here.
There's worse things, but I do like the play of green sunning for one to force Tim's hand. It's overtly threatening enough. Oh.
Okay, but the green sun's still resolving.
It does still resolve, but it's overtly threatening enough to force an answer. And I wonder if Sean's just going to get a replacement Heritage Druid here.
That could be the case. I'm not really sure what he's gonna go for here. Symbiote, okay. So 1 man is still floating.
We don't have the mana to play Natural Order. We definitely don't have the mana to play Crater Hoof. What is Sean's plan here?
I don't know. I think it's... Those are the last 2 cards in hand? I don't know. Any of that was right.
I don't know about this one, gang.
3
3
mana in the pool.
man in the pool?
Activate this. Bounce this. Wait, hold on. That's not how this card works.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Beats. Get your pool.
Alright, we'll see an attack step from Sean here. I mean, that's the grind, so... Down to
We
12.
appear to have confused Korean Ranger for Wirewood Symbiote.
If I were...
Somewhere else. That's the graveyard that you have to put in. It is the graveyard. Yeah, but it's like on a journey, right? It's like, it's on like a weird exile thing. Cool. That's fine.
There we go.
It's on an exile path, yeah.
If you could
All
correct
right,
the
so-
life total there real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so Tim goes to draw here for turn 4. I think he's earned a lot more time.
He's earned a lot more time. That last turn from Sean was kind of a squandered opportunity to get really far ahead that
Yeah,
Tim
there
can
were
just
there were quite a few
punish
things
him on.
missed, unfortunately.
Should be 14. Right.
Alrighty, there we go. Yeah, because
Sean's thinking, and so am I.
All right, here's the Natural Order. Completely resolves. It looks like Tim's gonna get run over here anyway. No untapped mana.
Are you gonna try to hoof him?
2. There's the second hoof. Yep.
That's 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's definitely lethal.
The old do not anti-hoof comes down. Unless Tim has something truly outrageous in hand, like Snapback.
All right, and we'll see Elves take that one.
There's a somewhat messy game 1 on the books.
Yeah,
A win is a win.
But yeah, win's a win. Now, I sent Sean a dirty sideboard guide. If he studied it before this event, then he knows what to bring in here. That wasn't in the guide. All right, well, here we go.
Sean's crafting lines you never thought of, Curran.
You know what? I respect him for it.
He's seen this deck with new eyes. You've been looking at these cards for what? 8 years?
1 or 2 more turns.
7.
7 years.
7 years.
Your brain is calcified. You can't think of the sick new lines that
I can't
his
evolve.
fresh, squishy brain is able to conjure up.
Oh no, he's bringing in both natural order targets.
I haven't had a sideboard in like a year.
Is he gonna leave a crater hoof and have 3?
I hope not. We're going to find out in a minute here, though. Tim appears to have bored in some cards, and I can only imagine they're all kinds of
Removal.
horrible, toxic deluge-like
Plague
effects.
engineers, more of them probably. Who
More plague
knows?
engineers. I don't know if he sideboards Lean on the Last Hope. That card's very good. There's quite a lot of answers that Black has to
See
Elves.
that, scout engineers? Leave that there. My gosh. This was more stressful for me than I thought I would.
I'm sorry, man.
I thought I would face. Sean, I was like, yeah, you can borrow elves. He's like, I know elves. I know the lines. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's good. Like, he's like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, easy. And I'm like, now I'm kind of wondering, Sean, what,
Sean appears to be wondering too, but I hope he finds his way through this sideboard situation.
Tim is very experienced in this matchup. He plays against me quite a bit, so
Didn't quite catch what he took out there. I have to hope it was. I have to hope it was natural order targets. I have to hope there were a couple in there. Because you don't want to play 4 of a card you don't want to draw.
natural orders being in there at all is also wrong. That's the other part of that concerns the hell out of me.
Let the genius revolutionize the game, Curran.
I mean, the reality is Elves is so powerful that it just might line up anyway.
He can just put up a win against this deck, even if he's playing.
We
not
watched
exactly
it happen. We
optimally.
watched like a prime opportunity go off the table, and luckily all Tim had to say was Narset when it didn't matter.
I don't know if I could get away with that in any other matchup, a turn like that. Starting off with a ponder from Tim.
So ponder. Sean's wondering if he needs to play around Wasteland. And the answer is I don't know. Yeah, we are different commentators than Urchin or Travis. We're doing Legacy Thursdays here. My name is Curran Delahanty.
My name's Robert Riley.
Yeah, Robert Riley, and we're here to bring you Legacy.
Here to bring you some Legacy format Magic the Gathering.
All right, looks like Tim's going to go to 19 here. Oh, yeah, and Sean's also at 19.
I never do clickings.
We are. What are we going to see at 2 mana from Tim here?
Baleful Strix.
That card's quite good. It certainly puts a stop to the Nettle Sentinel beatdown plan that Sean was on last game.
So I see a Therapy, I see a Querying Ranger, I see a Cradle. There are a lot of different ways this could go, and I'm wondering how Sean's going to sequence everything. It looks like a Therapy might come down here.
I don't imagine a line of play containing a Therapy, not starting with a Therapy. The amount of information you get from casting it, even if it gets countered, is enough to really shake up your later choices.
Cradle first.
I'm at the edge of my seat here. I genuinely don't know what he's planning.
Okay, Nell Sentinel. And then, yep, there's the Therapy. I think you named Liliana the Last Hope.
What kills me the most?
Liliana the Last Hope.
Plague
Or
Engineer has been
Engineered,
named.
yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a Toxic Deluge. That's a Lightning Bolt. That's a Liliana the Last Hope.
There we go.
Alright. Yeah, I might go ahead.
I'm glad that you're enjoying the whiskey in bed life. Tighten up everything real on the tripod.
We'll give the tripod
Okay.
some TLC at the end of the game here.
Yeah. I'll have Robert run out between games or between matches. As
Some
it were.
stuff happened while we were reading the chat there. We flashed back the Cabal
Or-
Therapy, by paying with the Nettle Sentinel to get rid of that Liliana, and then traded a Nettle Sentinel for the Baleful Strix.
That's crazy.
How do you feel about that?
Not the best way. Like, I kind of understand the Nettle sacrifice, but I don't understand the Nettle attack, to be honest. We need some creatures on table right now. I see a visionary. You know, Sean's hand doesn't look too bad, though.
Oh, Sean has quite a lot of very strong cards.
Looks like we'll lead on therapy again. Tim probably casts Lightning Bolt here. Okay, so Lily.
Oh no! Oh,
Good, that was loud.
that was therapeutic.
Yeah, fetching with the Windswept Teeth now. 18.
Oh, what a brutal Cabal therapy that was.
It was great.
Genuinely rough to watch.
Yeah.
As someone who likes to play Tim's style of deck, that hurts a lot to see. Is Sean going to try to cast a 2-mana card here? What does he have there?
So Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster Mage, and Liliana Triumph is what's in Tim's hand. And Sean is just waiting to play some creatures, and I think this might be the turn.
Sean left himself with, I believe, Elvish Visionary and Scavenging Ooze last turn, which he couldn't cast either of at the time.
That's fair. So Query Rangers is going to come down, and Tim's going to let resolve. Responding to the activation of Query Ranger to bolt it seems pretty good.
So it goes.
Solid, get rid of the elves. Sean gets to make that land drop for turn. Here is Shured in play. And now with 2 mana, we'll probably see... Oh! Here's you just going straight to the bin.
Why are we not floating mana through that?
I don't know. Why? Yeah, so why didn't we tap Cradle first? Oh, no. We could have... That was a little painful to watch.
We're taking a long road to victory
And
here.
by a little painful, I mean, Sean, what have you done to me? All right. So...
Sean's drawn a very powerful card.
Yeah.
That's not super useful to him.
Sean has acknowledged that he did a bad job.
This is looking very favorable for Tim at the moment.
Yeah, Tim really needs this game to get back in it, so...
I think he can. I think where we are right now, he has that ability. Let's see what we're playing here.
All right, big think time. Here comes a third therapy. Probably named Force of Will, because you know about it. Attaboy.
Looks like a Brazen Borrower and another Liliana's Triumph.
More removal and, tempo to set us back.
Not great for Sean.
Yeah,
cards left in that hand.
at 1 creature per turn. We're sacking to therapy again. Flashing in Borrower to play. Okay. Name Liliana's Triumph.
Does this game end with Tim hitting him 6 times at this point?
Sean didn't bring in any Abrupt Decays, so probably.
Miracles do happen, but...
Yeah.
I don't...
My bad. So 15, 14.
2 cards. That's again a Scavenging Ooze and a Craterhoof Behemoth, I believe.
This is actually where we see Scavenging Ooze probably take back over at this point. That's why Sean's been binning all the creatures. I think just the ultimate goal of having a giant Scavenging Ooze
That seems like an eggs in a basket situation, though, against a
That
deck that's playing Liliana's Triumph, that's playing Fatal Push in
the
a lot of these
reason I
situations.
didn't realize that's what Sean was doing is because it's not a strategy that I would ever take. Like, I would use all of my resources first, and
I'm just very nervous about how it's going here.
yeah. I mean, Sean can start to gain life and get back in it that way. Oh, yeah, that's huge. I mean, yeah, your plan was susceptible to one removal spell.
We are going to eat some guys. Fair enough for Scavenging is.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to like minimize the things that get snapped back. I'm going to go ahead and one creature one life point doesn't matter here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of your Toxic Deluge and your Lightning Bolt.
Taking away the best removal spells available for Snapcaster Mage. Toxic Deluge might be a pipe dream, but it makes sense to be scared of that card.
Lightning Bolt is especially frightening at that life total. At this point, it's just a race to see if Tim can win the game before Sean can assemble anything. And with Lightning Bolt in the graveyard, it's just that much easier for him to put together a win.
Yeah. That Borrower is going to go unchecked until Sean either wins the game or just dies to it, so I did not see any decays. Unless, like, Sean can mirror, like, somehow get out an Archon of Valor's Reach and, like, not have that die somehow.
He can cast Natural Order.
Yeah.
Theoretically, right now. I mean, not, at the moment.
Yeah.
But
see the Borrower come in for 3 more damage, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're
seeing some more action in the pre-combat main, it looks like. What are you doing, Tim?
Alright, let's see what happens here.
3 mana. He's going to make Sean discard some cards in a moment here. That's what he's doing. He's just trying to find a way to use a card that he has in his hand.
That's going to take all of Sean's resources at this moment. This looks
bad. This looks like a bad situation
yeah,
to be
it
in.
straight
All right,
up was
Sean wraps
bad.
it up.
Sean wraps it up. Let's go to game 3. Let's see some boarding revision. I know how that tripod works, so I'm going to go tighten everything up real quick.
All right, I will hold down the fort here and keep chatting with our wonderful chat as we're in between games. We have a couple viewers in the chat right now.
Yeah, you hit every single time. There's 3 of them, so 6. Yeah, but one is because I got 2 total. 7, yes. You got 7 cards up. Yep.
So are we going to see any sideboarding change? Doesn't look like they're going for the sideboards.
Thank God. And also, if you're going to high 5,
Mayu is enjoying it. Thank you.
if you guys cheer anymore,
We're glad you're having a good time. And Tim appears to be upset because he heard our response when Cabal Therapy hit 2 Liliana of the Last Hope. However, it was very funny, so we're not going to apologize for that. Now it looks like we're entering the decisive game 3. If we could reset those life totals and square up the games here, I think we'll be all set to go. And we have some fans in the chat.
Excellent. Welcome back.
Paper MTG is the most enjoyable way to watch it. Paper MTG is the most enjoyable way to play it, in my opinion. And I'm glad that we're able to offer a quality stream. Well, at least quality overlays and quality gameplay. I can't speak to the quality of the commentary from our little booth in this back room here.
Hey, you know what? For our second time commentating together, I think it's pretty tight. Anyway, turn 1 from Sean here. We will see the Green Sun Zenith into Arbor.
Now that's a classic Turn 1 Elves play.
Feeling a little bit better about that, and yeah, Tim does the thing that I expected Tim to do.
And that's a classic Grixis control play. So we're really on the level here. We've both been playing Legacy for a while, and we've both played these decks several times in the past, and I've seen that opening play for about a decade, really.
Yeah.
Pretty much since Green Sun Zenith has existed, people have been trying that stuff. That said, Tim being turn 1 on a Badlands is awkward. I don't know if that was a strategic play. I don't know if he knew he was going to be casting a Lightning Bolt in turn 1.
Yep. And it looks like Underground Sea is there to tighten everything
Underground
up.
Sea has loosened up the situation there quite a lot.
Oh, hey. Sick.
Sean just announced that he drew that Rex Sage. Like, he just said, I have a Rex Sage. And,
You know what?
all right.
Rex
all right, Sean.
Rex Sage still kills Baleful Strix, even if they know it's in your hand.
Cabal Therapy named Plague Engineer. You gotta name the Toxic Deluge, and is that an ensnaring bridge?
That is an ensnaring bridge. Tim has a terrifying plan for the game.
Okay.
And
Came
Sean
back-
is not dealing with the ensnaring bridge at this point.
No, Sean is, because he can bounce Reclamation Sage with Wirewood.
Oh.
Ensnaring Bridge is not a threat at this point, but Tim knows that and probably will get rid
But
of
ensnaring bridge is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I do love ensnaring bridge.
One card left in Sean's hand. Alright, Tim's going to go down to 17 here.
What do you think the chances of seeing this this Kolaghan's command stripping that card?
Yeah, super high. Colgan's command, 2 damage to Wirewood, and discard. That has to be the mode.
Seems exceptionally strong here.
And now Sean's considering bouncing the Rex Sage now just to deal with the bridge later, which might be fine. It depends on what that last card in hand... Well, no, that last card doesn't matter.
I would definitely go for it.
Nope, gonna let it
No?
happen. Wants to leave something in play for Cradle to tap for, I suppose. It's a tough
That's
decision.
fair. And he does get in for damage.
Yep, down 2 to 15.
You know, only has to hit him 8 more times.
Yeah, that's not very many times. Okay, it's a lot of times, but
It's a couple
still,
times.
It's
It's a control deck. He has time.
On this one, I work with him a lot.
Sean made a joke about the signature, and Tim went into a little story about the signatures of Chris Rush's brainstorms.
Oh, more importantly, that it's not Chris Rush's signature. It's Chris Rush's handwriting, and it says Tim Stone on the brainstorm because they know each other. Because that's what happens when you've been playing Magic as long as Tim.
All right, what do we have here? A fetch land and no, that's a natural order.
But no way to cast it.
Wait, no, it's Windswept Teeth and Nettle Sentinel. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's an answer to Bridge Gone. Did he reboard? Do we know?
He did not change his sideboard.
I don't think he has an answer to Bridge anymore then. So I don't know if Tim knows that. But
He might not. After all, if I was playing against Sean, I wouldn't predict the sideboard cards he brought in myself.
Okay, so Baleful Strix comes down, draws a card, perfect blocker for the Nettle Sentinel.
Baleful Strix is just so good in this
Oh,
situation.
jeez. Even better now. And, I mean, Green Ranger and Fetchland is all Sean has left.
Now the question is, do you build up cards in your hand to try to go for a big turn, or do you play them out in an attempt to build up board presence and avoid getting Leonid? And I think in this situation, you really want to build up as much as possible because you're only going to get 1 or 2 chances with the shields down. I mean, even now, Grixis has 5 lands in play, which is more mana than they reasonably need to play up offensively and defensively in the same turn.
Sean's at 18. Okay. The fact that Reclamation Sage is in the graveyard, then Snaring Bridge has to be the end of this game. And also, that's just how Tim plays. He plays with his graveyard upside down. I'm not sure why, but that's just his play style. I guess he makes it easier. It makes it easier for Sean to read things to eat with Scavenging Ooze, but
Maybe. Whatever the reason, if it works for him.
It works, yeah.
I've seen some very strange zone placement in my day, so
Absolutely. Do you remember there was a dredge player that did their graveyard in a circle every time, like a portal?
that was me.
That was you.
You're talking
Yeah,
about me.
Yeah.
And I was asked by the owner of the store to stop. Those are black bordered foreign unlimited dual lands.
Yep.
I believe German.
They
or
come
Italian
in
or
different
or
languages with Tim. I think the Underground Seas are German. The Vox might be too.
There are no proxies in this tournament, as far as we know.
Yeah, no proxies.
Everything you see is 100% real.
Here comes Once Upon a Time. If we find... Well, no, Visionary doesn't draw cards, because... Oh, Force from Tim's End.
I don't even know what Once Upon a Time could have drawn in that situation. I don't think there's anything Tim is scared of, per se, him drawing from Once Upon a Time. But even so, at this point, with the amount of card advantage, with the amount of power he has on the board there, he can just be very aggressive with counterspells and keep Sean off anything he's doing for the rest of the game.
Then Snaring Bridge, man.
It's really good.
Abrupt Decay absolutely comes in against Grixis, and Sean didn't bring them in.
Nitpick is expressing his love for the FBB Korean Lightning Bolts. They are indeed one of the best old board of Magic cards you can find out there.
It's another Cradle and a Queering Ranger.
Pitching 2 cards makes it so Sean can't attack. That's true. And Snaring Bridge really changes how you want to play with your hand. Where in a lot of situations, a control deck like this wants to hold cards. Here, it's really best to just empty your hand as much as possible, even if that means playing land number 8.
Oh no, that's a Green Sun Zenith.
Sean's doing math. And there's one thing to know about Legacy. You never want to see your opponent doing math.
But what does the Green Sun do is the problem, because there's still problem permanents on the table. Narset and Ensnaring Bridge.
Green Sun for 1.
Here we go.
What will we see?
Reclaimer. There it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Reclaimer.
That's the play, and pass back to Tim.
Reclaimer's huge at the moment. Reclaimer's in big boy time. Do you think Sean knows he doesn't have an answer to Ensnaring Bridge left in his deck?
I'm pretty sure Sean knows, because the Green Sun...
The Green Sun could have been for 3 and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Seeing a split 1 to Tim, 1 to Narset, which activates the Glimpse of Nature in Sean's hand. We'll see if he gets any creatures to go with it.
Well, no, it's not. Wrong text. Hold on.
One moment. The downside, of course, to playing with foreign cards is when you lend your deck out to somebody, nobody at the table may know what the cards say. Kern, I got it. We're doing quite a lot with our mana here. 4 mana from Sean, activating. Sean is getting a Cradle by sacrificing a Cradle.
No, that comes in tapped. Hold on. All right, there we go. Well, the card's in English, so I can't take the blame for that one. We had to let him know that it came in tapped, though.
There's not a lot of excuses when it says the stuff on the card in English.
Okay, 3-mana unpool, and there's Force of Will from Tim. Yeah, so Sean was taking lines without fully understanding his cards. We had to correct him a few times. He was putting the Cradle in untapped off the Reclaimer's ability, and the Cradle has to come in tapped. And then also, they said Wirewood could only untap an Elf, which isn't true. Wirewood Symbiote can untap any creature, it just needs to return an Elf.
And this is all to start a Glimpse chain
Yeah.
that did not get started at this point because,
Yeah.
well,
it got Force of Willed, so.
it got Force of Will.
It ultimately didn't matter.
Ultimately, nothing was accomplished. As occasionally happens when you have a turn against Grixis control. Can Tim draw a card that does not say draw a card to protect himself from attacks? We're about to find out. Bird beats appear to be the way.
Yeah, honestly. Oh, yeah, that's right. My
The
bad.
saddest clock. The lucky 13 turns to kill.
Oh, no. It looks like Sean's actually at 11. That's my bad.
All right, looks like Tim found a card that does not say draw a card, so the Sean's 1/1 beatdown will not swing back.
So, throwing away the Verdant Catacombs to the Reclaimer, though. Pretty sweet.
To the Reclaimer. Saves you 1 life. Extends your clock against these birds.
But Reclaimer can do nothing to attack.
Well, we play the cards we have.
You got a lot of duels. You got to do a lot of duels. I don't think you're going to do it. But it would be 2 islands, 2 swamps.
I don't know what Sean's playing to at this point, but Tim's gonna just lock it down until it's time.
It is locked down.
Yeah.
The lock is locked. This is Eternal Match, the most powerful spells ever. The most powerful spell ever can put a strong wizard in jail.
It's Archon of Valor's Reach.
He could cast it.
Yeah,
He could cast it right. He could cast Archon of Valor's Reach right now.
That's
It's the man he has in
true.
front of him. I think he should, honestly.
Yeah, I think you should as well. And I think we'll see it. All right, let's get what it's naming.
There is no abrupt decay. That is correct.
Sean didn't bring in Abrupt Decays. He borrowed the deck from me, and watching him play it has been super painful for me so far. Yeah. Sorcery. Okay.
He's chosen sorcery.
So, great. He's turned off his own Green Sun Zeniths and Natural Orders and Glimpse of Natures.
Is it players can't cast or your opponents
Players. I would have named Instants because Tim would be shut off Brainstorms and, like, Bolts and Colgan's
can't cast?
commands.
Instant seems like a good play.
Well,
Well,
yeah, Instant would kill Decay, except Sean didn't bring any Decays in. I'm just, it's very sad to me.
this has been a very baffling match. All right.
There's Liliana, the Last Hope, another inevitable win condition at this point.
I cannot imagine seeing that come down across the table as Elves and think this isn't anything but overwhelmingly over.
We got a Cradle and a Foothills in hand. Foothills comes down and a pass.
This is just rough to watch, honestly.
See Query Ranger get iced now. Tim can come in with both birds and just force Sean to block at this point.
Yep.
Okay. Snapcaster.
Colgan's command. Or not Colgan's command?
Oh, make you sack a creature and discard a card because he controls a Liliana, the Last Hope.
Conditionally better than
Better
than
than
Kolaghan's
Edict.
Command.
Yeah, seems pretty good. Oh.
That's a card. You sacrifice and discard. I okay. All right. I'm gonna activate this. This is the Elves check. I did the math. We can concede or we can play what we can. I don't care. Yes, right?
All right, looks like Sean is conceding here. He
All
has seen the
right.
writing on the wall and it is written in his own blood. And that'll do it